welcome to battle number 2 of the set in the FnF Victory Road Draft League Season 2 playoffs. This is losers quarterfinals, the set between Startoad and the Detroit Deinos versus Noob Scrub and Patch 3.0 Ivysaurs. If you haven't watched the first battle of this set already, I encourage you to do so, as I will spoil the set score right now in case you don't want to have any spoilers. Go watch that first battle. So the set score is 1-0 for Startoad right now. He did win the first battle by a 3-0 margin. And looking into this battle, it does look like there has been a change. So as normal, Mega Gardevoir and Mega Venusaur respectively. We also have Z Pokemon, Z Any Salamence, I believe. And then Z Attack Heatran, that might be switched around. No, Z Any Salamence, Z Attack Heatran, and then Z Any Blissey respectively. We do have one change from the last battle. Mismagius has been changed into Doublade, probably to better wall Stoutland while it's in the sand. I think that was definitely a good choice by Startoad, as Mismagius wasn't able to do a lot, and it's not really well equipped to break through some of the Pokemon on Noob Scrub's team. After a Swords Dance, Doublade might be able to do some decent damage to things, so I think that really will pay off in his benefit. There was some trouble facing Mamoswine for Noob Scrub as well as Heatran. I do think that maybe we'll see, for example, Earthquake on Venusaur to deal with Heatran. It is definitely a possibility, and we haven't seen Mega Gardevoir be used that last battle, so we don't know what it's packing. But I think Noob Scrub is definitely going to be wary of Mega Gardevoir as well, because it was waiting in the wings, didn't get used last battle. We might see it used this battle. So again, this is going to be offense versus defense, although there is some offense in Stoutland in the sand. Let's take a look at how this goes and jump right in. Alright, in terms of leads, we have Hippowdon and Gardevoir. Next thing you know, the Gardevoir, Hippowdon, the Hippowdon. And in comes Celesteela to take the proposed Energy Ball, the predicted Energy Ball. And Hyper Voice is going to hit Celesteela. Celesteela restores a little bit HP with leftovers. We didn't see leftovers last time. Mega Gardevoir can go for a Thunderbolt, but I think it's too early. So indeed, it switches out. Doublade comes in to take that Heavy Slam. Barely does any damage. Both Pokemon in their low 90s, and Reebox with the Doublade is here. It can use this situation to set up a Swords Dance, which will greatly benefit it. The Celesteela definitely not going to want to stick around. Indeed, Mandibuzz is the next one to come in, and Swords Dance is up, but Mandibuzz can go for a Foul Play right now. One Foul Play surely would be a lot to this Doublade, especially with Swords Dance. So Doublade switches out, and in comes Gardevoir. The Foul Play is still going to do decent damage, 37% to Gardevoir, which is pretty surprising considering Gardevoir's attack isn't so high. Gardevoir now free to go for a Thunderbolts. And indeed, Thunderbolt hits that Celesteela switch in and paralyzes it. And the Sandstorm is now gone as well. Celesteela at 49%. Crobat comes in, low them. The Crobat and Celesteela is paralyzed. It can go for a Leech Seed if it wants to. Celesteela goes for Protect, and Crobat goes for the Taunt. So Taunt is going to prevent Celesteela from using Heavy Slam. Good move by this Crobat. This Crobat's going to be very useful for Startoad in this battle with Taunt. Celesteela now has no choice but to go for Heavy Slam or switch out. Anything that comes in is going to take massive damage from a Super Fang, I think, or maybe even a U-turn from Crobat. So Hippowdon comes in, setting up sand again, and Crobat's going to go for the Super Fang. That does about 50% to Hippowdon. And now Crobat is free to go for another Super Fang or U-turn out of there. Actually, hard switch out of there into Salamence. Stealth Rock is now up, and Salamence, after intimidating Hippowdon, is ready to go for some interesting tactics. Hippowdon might have Whirlwind, though. Mandibuzz comes in, and a Wish is set up for Salamence. Mega Gardevoir can now come in and receive that Wish pretty easily, actually. Mandibuzz might want to switch out into Stoutland, but the Stone Edge actually does decent damage to Mandibuzz, and Brave Bird hits Salamence, who also receives its Wish. Interesting, so I think Noobscrub was trying to call out that Mega Gardevoir switch in, and Startoad did not switch in to take that Brave Bird. Mandibuzz is at risk here because another Stone Edge might be enough to take it down. So Hippowdon switches in instead to take the Stone Edge, but a Wish is now up yet again. If Hippowdon has Stone Edge, this could be good for Noobscrub, but Mamoswine comes in, and the Earthquake's going to hit Mamoswine, bringing it down to 46, but with that Wish, it's back up to 96. Wish Salamence looking really good in this matchup. Mamoswine now free to Earthquake or Icicle Crash. Celesteela comes in, and the Icicle Crash hits hard, bringing it down to 41%. Celesteela is paralyzed and at 26%. It does protect. Another Icicle Crash won't hit because of that protect, and now it's at 32%. Nothing wants to switch in on the Icicle Crash. Not sure if Noobscrub is going to take the L. No, it looks like he switches in Hippowdon, and Icicle Crash is enough to take down Hippowdon, so Sand is now up for the last time. Stoutland comes in, and Stoutland is a menace in Sand. The score is 6-5. Doublade can help against Stoutland. The return is going to bring Mamoswine down, though, to 27%, and the Super Power takes out Stoutland. Mamoswine sitting at 27% with attack and defense both lowered. Score is now 6-4. Mandibuzz is here. Will an Icicle Crash from this Mamoswine, who has its attack lowered, be enough to take it down? We won't see, because Salamence is actually the one who comes in intimidating Mandibuzz, who proceeds to go for a Roost. Celesteela is back, and a Wish is now up. Celesteela, of course, able to restore a little HP with leftovers. We might see it protect to restore more HP. It can hit whatever the recipient of the Wish is going to be pretty hard. Looks like the recipient being Heatran, and Heavy Slam hits, not doing a lot of damage, and Heatran now at 100% with that Wish. I'm guessing we'll see Blissey come in. Looks like Celesteela is paralyzed, so the Protect won't work, and Flamethrower takes it down. The score is now 6-3. This is going to be really hard for Noobscrub to deal with Gardevoir now. Blissey's now out, and Stealth Rock is up. Blissey goes for the Seismic Toss on Heatran, and in comes Doublade. Of course, immune to Seismic Toss and Toxic, so Blissey will have a hard time doing much against it. Mandibuzz comes in to meet Doublade, who goes for the Swords Dance. Again, foul play from Mandibuzz is going to be really tough on Doublade. Looks like Mandibuzz is the Pokemon that Startoad is going to have the most trouble dealing with in this matchup. Down goes Doublade from a foul play, and I'm guessing we'll see Mega Gardevoir come in to go for a Hyper Voice, or maybe Mamoswine for Icicle Crash. We do see Gardevoir come in. Hyper Voice might be the move we see next. And Blissey comes in expecting that Hyper Voice. It's going to hit, doing 28%. Psyshock is not going to be Blissey's friend in this matchup. It does a whopping 46%, and Blissey goes for the Seismic Toss, bringing Mega Gardevoir down to 5%. One more Psyshock will be enough to take out Blissey, however, and Mega Gardevoir can go on to use Hyper Voice on Mandibuzz. Will Psyshock be enough to take out Venusaur is the question. It will certainly struggle from that Psyshock, and it'll do big damage. Venusaur is at 100%, so it might actually be able to survive a Psyshock. Blissey protecting itself. And actually, in comes Mandibuzz. Interesting choice, considering... Oh, the Hyper Voice call out to Mandibuzz. Down goes Mandibuzz. And the next two Pokemon are Blissey and Mega Venusaur. Blissey is the next one to come out. Another Protect. Psyshock is going to do big damage to both of these Pokemon. And Psyshock takes out Blissey. The last Pokemon standing is Mega Venusaur. And the Psyshock brings it down to 23%. Venusaur's Giga Drain is able to take out Mega Gardevoir, but it is an uphill battle for Venusaur, who only has 25% left. Heatran is the next Pokemon to come in. And a Flamethrower is enough to take down Venusaur, and that is a 4-0 score of victory for Startoad. This set is a 2-0 score for Startoad, and Startoad advances on to the losers semifinals to face Morgana. And Noob Scrub is knocked out of the bracket, although he did do a very good run in the regular season and the playoffs bracket, getting second in the regular season. Really impressive stuff. So really proud of you, Noob Scrub. And Startoad definitely showing that he is really clawing for that victory. He is going to be fighting with Morgana to see who could get into that top 3 position. Stay tuned for that. This is the end of the losers quarterfinals of the FnF Victory Road Draft League Season 2. Stay tuned for more. This is Noel from Sun and Friendly, and I'll see you then.